Hey everybody, Brian, the starving Armenian, rat ride carport builder, mechanic, real estate investor, whatever you want to call me. Don't call me late for lunch. How about that? I started off. I'm going to try to keep doing that starving Armenian bit. It's an old joke, I think. The old folks told me. I never knew the. Maybe one day, hey, if you know the joke behind that, please chime in and let me know. And if I don't like it, maybe I'll change who I am. I am who I am. Hey, besides all that silliness, hey, and please chime in on this. Oh, another thing too. I am not I'm not a realtor. I'm a real estate investor. Number one, I buy properties over the years and I sold them. Sell them, and I bought foreclosure homes and fixed them up and sold them, and that's what I do. Me and the wife last month, we just bought a piece of property. We paid $29,500 for it. And we got a lot of times we get offers from investors a lot of time on properties, and they're usually wanting to steal them from us. And but we did get an offer, and we go, whoa, we made $29,500 for that piece of land, and we got an offer for $37,000. So that's good. So that's an investor offering. So I'm told the wife, I said, that's good. The old man knows what he's doing. The wife does too, okay? By all means. But, I was listening to old Dave Ramsey's show, and he's got a lot of bright people on his show, and his kids, they're on there. And they had a thing on there, 5 ways to achieve financial freedom. And chime in too, and let me know your thoughts on this and how you did it. I like their ways, their solution. They had one, live on less than you make. So be it, and I call that being frugal. Living on less. And so true. And I like, let's say for example, there's a popular cereal brand you like. Buy the knockoff brand, and try to reduce your grocery bills down. If you don't need these and these chips aren't good for you anyway, don't buy them. So I go for that, and you can turn it into a healthy thing too. Buying some food that you don't really not good for you. Sit around eating bonbons, go out and walk, drink water, and saying goodbye to credit card debt. No, beyond me. I agree with them 100% on that one. And man, I tell you, because I got many years ago, I got in trouble with credit cards, and all it takes is a couple of times and you learn. And if you got them out there, you're paying on it, try to pay those things off the best you can. And then they got number 3. Get out of debt. Well, that's the credit card, of course. And then, of course, try to pay your vehicles off and pay. And I always said pay on the principals, too, on a lot of stuff. If you got a payment, I'm using this, throwing it out there. Let's say your payment is $120 a month. Pay $140, if you got an extra 20. And let me know on that, too. See, I want to hear people's thoughts on that, too. I've always been the one and when I had mortgages on homes, I always paid the payment and then I pay on a principal. I would do that if I had a little bit of money. And of course the real estate is a little bit better where, you got your built-in equity, and equity builds quicker than I found over the years than a lot of CDs or IRAs, IRAs or money market accounts, because trust me, and chime in on there. Let me know your thoughts about it. I know a lot of folks have their 401ks and their employees, their employers match it, and that's good, and that's a good way to do it. That's say 15%. And Ramsey's, the Ramsey solution, they always harp on that all the time. And so that's a good thing, And of course I got ahead of myself, build and invest in your retirement, and building your savings, and that's at 15%. Also have a rainy day fund, and they call it a, let's see, what do they call it? Build an emergency fund, which is good. Okay, rainy day, that's the old school way of saying, the old timers taught me, my mom used to say, rainy day, save it for a rainy day, that old saying, and I call it rainy day. The Ramseys, they call it emergency fund. It's the same thing. But yeah, I agree with that 100%. And on the real estate thing too, And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. And I always started this video off. I'm not a real estate, I'm not a realtor, I'm not a real estate broker, not licensed. I'm just an investor. I'm just a person. Me and my wife, we invest our money in real estate. And we've done really very, very well over the years. And I'm still doing good. Like I said, we paid for that $29,500, and I just got offered 30. What did I say? 37,000. So there you go, and that's from an investor. So and I'm just throwing it out there. I'm thinking we could turn around and put that, get it listed with a realtor, and we could probably sell it for 45, 48. I don't know. And I'm just going to wait and see. Here's the main thing too. The property's paid for. Everything's paid for. And that's the key. And that's how I can live off of my Social Security benefits I get every month. Where Ramsey, he kind of knocks Social Security, but I'm glad that we have it, and because it's sure I'm not knocking it. I dig it, man. I don't have to get into my nest egg. I don't have to mess with my investments. And I don't have to mess with my rainy day fund, and I can live within my means. So I like it, man. I'm actually, I put money off the side for my taxes at the end of the year, I mean, and my insurances and the down payments and the auto vehicle tags and registration, all that goody stuff. So I usually allot myself $250 a month out of my Social Security pay. Well, I have a CD drawing a good yield, really good interest on my money, so I got it covered. But I still saved my money. But I ended up using that $250 this month for the steps I'm building, the railing for the steps. So, hey, it ain't hurt nothing. It's putting it back into the property, and I got the money to cover at the end of the year too, but I discipline myself, and that's when number one, where they say live on less than you make, and that's what I do. I take that $250 and I put it away. Or you could call that rainy day fund too, okay, at the end of the year. You're going to have to pay taxes at the end of the year. Your deductibles are coming up, and the tag and the registration. So you gotta put something aside. Some people don't. Unfortunately, they charge an old credit card, So it's all in disciplining yourself, and it's more, I think, really psychological. Really, a lot of this stuff really is. I mean, it's math, of course, but a lot of it's more than psychological than money. Anyway, chime in on that and let me know what your thoughts and your opinion on how you did it. I'd be very interested to know. And with that, hey, if you like what you heard, and please become a subscriber. I need all the help I can get. Trust me. Trust me, I do. But no, anyway, everything's good. Hey, and you know what? I think the most important thing, really most important, is y'all take care of yourself. God bless you. See ya.